Hey, what is up guys? This is Primal Dialga. Today is the day the first two Pokemon Generations episodes have come out, and I'm gonna give you guys kind of an idea of what happened in both the episodes if you haven't already seen them. I'll also leave a link to the videos in the description below. But also I'm gonna be giving my opinion and my hopes for this new series, and you guys may or may not like what I'm about to say. So it starts out a lot like Pokemon Origins did. It starts out at the game menu and then it goes into the game and eventually it transitions into the actual show. But when the animation actually starts, you notice that they didn't upload it with the utmost video quality. They uploaded it in 360p, which was the standard for YouTube about 10 years ago. Don't get me wrong, the animation is great, but it doesn't have the best resolution. And the only other thing that caught my eye is that Pikachu has a different art style than in the actual show. So I think they did that to try to make it more akin to the red, blue, and yellow sprites, but it just looks a little bit odd to me. But I think this first episode is just trying to hype people up for what's to come in the future episodes, because you see a lot of things that happen in the video game, but you only get to see them for a 3 or 4 second period of time. For example, you get to see Red going against that Caterpie at the very beginning. You also see Pikachu climb up on a tree and shock a bunch of Whoopers for really no reason at all. But one thing I don't quite understand is for a lot of this episode, Pikachu's wandering around by himself, like he fights Regigigas by himself, he fights Volcarona by himself, and you only see Red a couple times in this episode. So the final thing you see in this episode is Red and Pikachu walking through a cave, and then they stumble upon Zygarde, who is in the wrong form for some reason. He's in his 100% form, and then Zygarde floats up into the air and the episode ends. So that's everything that's in the first episode. Really, there's not a whole lot of things that go into the first episode. I think it's just kind of a teaser for what's to come, but I have no idea. But yeah, Nintendo could just be screwing with us and not revisit anything that happened in this episode, but I really think that it's just kind of a teaser. Alright, now that we have the first episode out of the way, let's move on to episode number 2, since this weekend was a double feature. But yeah, the second episode really makes me sad that this isn't an actual full-fledged series, because it's a lot more in-depth. It feels like a real series, but unfortunately it's only 4 minutes long. But as far as the episode goes, it's really just Looker's point of view in Pokemon Red and Blue, because what they're doing is they're talking about how they shut down the game corner in Celadon City, which was a major source of income for Team Rocket. And they were also talking about the possibility of interrogating Team Rocket members that they had captured. But then they find out that Giovanni is at the Viridian City Gym, and this is probably at the same time he's having his battle with Red. So then you see everyone jump out of a bunch of squad cars and they surround the gym. When they go in, for some reason, I really just don't understand. They have a Machamp punch through a wall, and then they have an Arcanine burn through a wall when they really could just go through the doors. But it's more cinematic that way. So then Looker goes into the battlefield and he sees that the ground is newly singed, probably from Red's Charizard, and Giovanni's nowhere to be found. They also say that through a follow-up investigation they found out Giovanni was the gym leader of the Viridian City Gym, and he also had given gym badges to 2 trainers and then disappeared. And then at the very end, you see Giovanni put on a fedora and walk away into the night. So that's pretty much all that happened in episode 2. There's really not a whole lot of bad things I can say about it because it was a really solid episode. The only thing that I didn't like about it was that it just wasn't long enough, because right when you get into the story of the episode, it's over 30 seconds later. Alright guys, that's all I've got for you today. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe. Also, let me know what you think of Pokemon Generations, because I think it's a great thing. I wish it could be a little bit longer, and I wish that it would become a mainstream series, but unfortunately it's not going to. But I do think that we could get a lot out of it. Also, be sure to check out some of my other videos. I upload every single week, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.